Should be pretty fresh, and off we go.
Here we go. Nice start from Nyack, and that's exactly what they needed out of the get-go. Good kickoff from Hunley. They're going to go quickly. No, they're going to set the line out. You probably want to see them go quickly. These line-outs in sevens really are a 50-50. There's some really good athletes there. Miles Craigwell in particular. He has a vertical leap. What is it, about 78 inches?
I mean, he can get up there. He wipes that backboard. As you can see right there, he got up and he stole that ball. However, we got penalty going OPSB's way, and off they go, and that's all they need is a little sniff. Yeah. Next thing you know, Kevin Swarn is off to the races. He gains 50 meters.
And there's that man we talked about, Craigwell, breaking tackles. Can he get through another one? It's a foot race. Craigwell just centimeters from the line, dragged down. Beautiful stuff as he held up. Referee's going to have a look. We're going to talk to the AR. It was a little bit messy at the end there as Craigwell got rolled onto his back and dragged over the line. Looks like he may have popped it. He has. Try time to Kevin Swearin, and true to form, Kevin's hurt.
Oh, poor Kevin. Yeah, he'll be all right. I know he'll bounce back up and get after this. Fantastic work by both Kevin Swearin and Miles Craigwell. Not quitting until he got to the try zone and made sure that he put down the ball for a nice quick 5.
Yeah, hopefully just a bit of cramping there for K-Fed. He's back up on his feet now, jogging it off. And that's not the start that the New York Athletic Club wanted, giving up that long-range try. They almost took their foot off the brake. They knew they knocked on. Brakeley actually spilled the ball off the back of that line out. There was an advantage for the knock-on. The Nike players kind of stopped. They were waiting for the referee to blow the whistle. Kevin Swearin, the experienced campaigner of the years, he just took off. You've got to play the whistle and got to tackle the man with the ball. You can't give Kevin Swearin that type of opportunity, or he'll hurt you, as we just saw there.
Absolutely. There's no moment in this game when you can switch off. You can't afford to do it. Every opportunity you get is the opportunity that you're going to gain. You know, Nyack had him pinned down right up against their try line. That's what it takes. You turn the ball over, next thing you know, 100 meters the other way, 5 points for the other team.
Oh, well, Shalom Sunila, it's usually 7 points, and that is true as he makes the conversion, 7 points to 0. That kick, however, not one of his better ones. It doesn't go the 10. It's going to come back to halfway for a short arm. Let's see what Nyack do off the set piece. McFarlane, the big Australian, he's got the ball, centre field, takes a tap. He's got Troy Hall out to his left. He comes to Hall. Chapman on his outside. Palafau and Hall. A lot of these guys are pretty familiar with each other. Troy lives out here in the Pacific Northwest, and then not releasing the tackled player as McFarlane takes a quick tap. They're going to play this very quickly as Granby goes across field, looking for runners, finds the big man in Brakeley, one arm offload. Hall, Swearin straight in on Hall, doesn't give him a chance to do anything. They come down the blind side. Chapman, he's going to pull out, throws the dummy, he goes straight through Chapman. Beautiful sweeping tackle by Suniula.
He had a man on his inside if he had used it. Unfortunately, now you got a penalty going the other way. Chapman would have given that ball to Al McFarlane. They would have been 5 under the sticks, and they would have been 7-all. Unlucky for Nyack.
Yes, it was. We kind of got Brakeley from coming in for the side there. Beautiful saddle roll from him, cleaning Palafau out of the way. Unfortunately, wasn't coming in the correct manner, and he's penalised. That gives Suniula a chance to relieve some pressure as he kicks this up close to the halfway line. And as you'd expect, this has been a very, very entertaining start to this quarterfinal between Seattle and the New York Athletic Club.
Oh, absolutely. And in moments like this are when the game can be won or lost. You know, the set piece, not thought of very much, but there you go, cleanly taken. Ooh, I think that was a little rough by the referee. But, you know, referee's word is gold, so we're going to have a scrum down to Nyack.
Great discipline from Lou Stanfield. I'm sure Mike Tolkien's watching saying, Lou, why can't you show the same discipline and manners towards the referees in our games? Always got something to say, Lou Stanfield. You've got to love him.
You know, every once in a while.
I'm just inching a little bit further away from the big man up in the box here. He's gonna let one loose on me. Wolfer now with the ball. He moves it across to Chapman. Chapman wide to Hall. Tough pass to take. Goes over his head. Comes down to Granby. He goes back to Hall. They're losing ground here. Hall dangerous. Throws a dummy. They're not falling for it. Craigwell, and looks like Rasalika there with a big tackle on Hall. Penalty though.
Strong defense by OPSB, but Nyack, they get the penalty, and away they go.
Yeah, Chapman with the ball. Can he get the ball away? Look at Craigwell hunting around there, doing a good job. Wolfer goes in. That's Hall. Passes it out now. McFarlane. One-on-one. There's 3 defenders in front of him. Wisely pulls it back to Hunley. Cross kick coming from Hunley. Let's see if the chase is on. It's Granby. Doesn't get the kick he wants. Fielded beautifully taken around the corner there by Stanfield. Oh, it feels good to call that name. Stanfield. Palafau, the fast feet. Mikey P. He's going to back himself. You're not going to stop Palafau from there. Beautiful stuff from Seattle, showing us why they're the favourites here today. Dots it down for a 12-0 lead.
You know, it was fantastic work. There was a dicey option by Nyack. It was a risky play. hoping they could get a lot of gains off of it. Unfortunately, it didn't go their way. Excellently fielded by Tim Stanfield, and he's a wonderful player offensively. He has all the tools that it takes to put someone away and to put the ball away himself. And as you can see from that moment, Mikey Palafau was the recipient of that skill. So fantastic work by OPSB.
I mean, that's the risk of the crossfield kick right there from Hunley, isn't it? It comes off. He's a genius. Unfortunately, puts a little bit too much weight on it. And it's a good target. I mean, Stanfield's not a big guy out there. Granby, a good athlete. You back him one-on-one. Kicks the ball too deep. No pressure on Stanfield. Takes it. Gets around the corner. Next thing you know, Mike Palafau dots it down. And that's definitely not the Sevens rugby that Nyack need to be playing if they want to be a chance here.
Absolutely right, Dan. They need to make sure that they retain the ball. When they have it, they need to go forward. OPSB right now is just putting up too good of a defensive wall, making it hard to find gaps, suffocating the attacker when they get a chance. It's going to be a long day for Nyack unless they can get something going here pretty soon.
Here we go. Suniula with the restart goes nice and deep. They're going to let this bounce. It's going to come back to halfway. And this is going to be a tough game to watch for you, Lou Stanfield. Had a lot of good years out at New York with the athletic club, but now based in Seattle, a lot of these players working with you over at the Serevi facility.
Absolutely. You know, these are both teams I have history with, and it's a joy to be able to watch some of my friends go play up against each other, knowing that I'm up here comfortably in the booth, not having to deal with Al McFarland absolutely trucking up, getting held up by Mike Palafau, and he got stripped. That's some excellent gang tackling by OPSB. Tim Stanfield putting the kick in the head, and we have a penalty coming here. Yeah. That might be a little dodgy call from the referee.
I don't know. He's got him for a late tackle.
Yeah, you can hear the response of the crowd. That didn't look late to me at all, Dan. That looked like it was in the same motion. That is a hard call for Nyack, not the break they needed at this moment. That is the exact opposite thing they needed. So let's see if they can survive these next 2 minutes without their captain.
Here he is, the big Fijian, Rasalika. He taps it and moves it out to Suniula. He's dangerous, Suniula. Looks back inside, finds Mike Palafau. One-arm offload. Oh, Chapman reads it beautifully. Comes up and takes the intercept. Nyack committing 2-3 players in to get the ball back, though. They do well. McFarland now moves it across the hall. They're down to 6. They don't want to be too expansive and get themselves isolated here. Beautiful little right foot set from Wolfer. Can he get around Suniula? He's no chance. Dragged down. Still about 40 out from the line. Hall to McFarland. Penalty coming. Wow, diving straight over. I don't know about that. Tough call here, Nyack. Like you said, they needed everything to go their way. It hasn't really fallen. The chips haven't fallen for them as they would have liked here today now.
No, that was a rough call from the referee, but as I said earlier, his word is gold. So, unfortunately, that was the call they needed. Away goes Kellen Gordon, securing good ball. OPSB on the front foot. Have a serious overlap here on the left side. Kevin Swarn attacking the line. He finds some gaps and using the referee as a little bit of a blocker. A dicey pass, that's a turnover. We'll see how Nyack can respond to this.
Oh, beautiful little pass back inside. There's Craigwell. That one went a little bit forward. He's channeling his American football days for Brown University, throwing that one about 10 meters forward.
Well, you know, he's truly just trying to tap into every athletic essence that he has. But as you can see right there, it's the end of the half, and it's going to be a big talk hat for the Nyack boys.
Yeah, you tell the intensity's definitely lifted for the finals here, the quarterfinal. Nyack. We talked in the pre-game, they really had their work cut out for them from the get-go. Things haven't gone their way so far, losing Justin Hunley with the yellow card, giving up a couple of tries in the first half, especially that long one against the grain there. They were deep inside Seattle's territory. Then Seattle through Kevin Swearin and Mike Palafau have both dotted down. Sorry, it was actually Miles Craigwell who got the one off, but Kevin Swearin did all the work leading up to it. And, you know, if you're New York Athletic Club, halftime, what he's saying to the boys and how you're going to get back into this?
Well, you just got to remind the boys that there's another half to be played, and you have to keep your head down. When you have possession, you got to keep it. You got to attack in threes. You got to make sure that you go forward. If you spend time dancing around, passing that ball backwards, hoping that a gap is going to form, you're going to have a hard time. You got to go after these guys at Old Puget Sound. You got to make them play hard defense, which they're fully capable of playing. You just got to take it to them. If you don't take it to them, you risk a lot to continue, you know, the opposite team putting points on the board.
Yeah, they need to find something in attack. They've looked pretty stagnant in attack so far, pretty flat. You know, Seattle's going to score points. You're not going to stop that attacking team from scoring points. There's just too many good players. So you've got to do the best you can on defense to restrict the flood there, to plug the holes as best you can. But you need to score points. Nyack need to find a way to start crossing the try line.
Yeah, they need to start finding a way to take possession away from OPSB when they're on the front foot. They have to turn pressure into pressure and get that forward foot going and making sure that they get some points on the board.
Well, they're going to get a look at the ball here first up in the second half. You see Shalom Suniula on your screen there. He will restart things. First things first, they need to win this kickoff. Suniula very, very good, especially on this artificial turf. The bounce of the ball is consistent and it's nice and high, so the kickers can really get under it for these restarts. I remember watching Shalom Suniula and Johnny Nakika practice their kickoffs once, and those things were just hanging up there forever and ever. Two very, very solid kickers in the sevens game here, and he has a shocker. Sorry, Shalom. Ball comes down to Breakley. He recovers well. He's well met, though. Nice tackle from Gordon. Drags him to ground about 25 out from the line. Wolfer, he moves it out to the left. Chapman keeps it moving. There's Troy Hall. Comes out now. Granby. He's got some speed, Granby. One-on-one. Can't get away from Palafau. Yes, he does. Shrugs him off. This is better stuff from Nyack here as they come up towards halfway. Need to commit some troops to the breakdown. Chapman gets in there, but he's absolutely blown off the ball by Rasalika. The big Fijian has his way with him. Comes down to Gordon now. Good tackle from McFarlane, though. Still gets the ball away. Suniula, a little bit of a communication breakdown between Suniula there and Miles Craigwell. Playing the advantage. New York Athletic Club here really seem lethargic, don't they? Even on the turnover, not willing to attack. Ball goes behind Chapman. Trouble coming. Hopefully the referee's not seen any advantage there. It comes back. He has the knock on, and Nyack will have the scrum. But Lou Stanfield, gee, Seattle look dangerous, don't they?
They absolutely do. They need to give an opportunity. You give them. You give an inch, they'll take a mile, absolutely. One thing Nyack's really going to have to do here is tighten up. A lot of those passes are getting caught in the backhand, and you can't go forward if you're having to retreat just to get your pass. They're going to have to tighten up when it comes to the skills, and they're going to need to make sure they start running hard lines. Fantastic job by Nyack on the wing, and unfortunately they just couldn't capitalize. Strong counter-rucking by William Rasaleka, and that shows experience. He knows when to get into that tackle and when to make a mess of it. That way he knows that he can get that ball back. A little discussion from the referees here about what's going to go on. Referee's pointing on the ground. He's saying, did someone drop quarter? Thought I saw a quarter. No one's quarter.
Car keys?
No. All right.
No,
no one from Nyack lost car keys.
He's got something. He's going to be a penalty here for a high shot, maybe. Actually, could have been the tackle from McFarlane as he came over the top just before the pass out to Suniula as he let it go to Craigwell there. But again, tough call. Palafau, he can't handle a low pass from Swirin. Puts the ball down. So it's all null and void, really. Nyack pick up a few meters, and they'll get the scrum anyway on the opposite side of the field.
Absolutely. Nyack here a little outside of their 22, so they got a little room to breathe. OPSB bringing on four fresh substitutions, and John Colin, Peter Tiberio, a couple others out there I can't quite see. I think Mike Nelson is also out there, and Rocco Maurer. This is a fantastic opportunity for Nyack to get. There we go, Chris Chapman creating a little bit of space. Gotta get there sooner. Right now, those are the opportunities that OPSB are capitalized.
Nice little chip over the top from Wolfer. Unfortunately, Mike Palafau reads it well. Tiberio, he gets ankle tapped by Wolfer though. Comes out to Maurer. He moves it back to the right. Jumping effort there from Seattle to maintain possession. Oh, beautiful defense. Troy Hall rushes up on Kevin Swirin. Kevin Swirin. It's a quiet W. Sorry, Kev. And now comes to big Rasalika, one-on-one. He steps back inside. Beautiful stuff from him, but a nice low grassing tackle there. Justin Hunley on the much bigger man drags him down. And they've turned it over, Nyack. Chapman with the ball, moves it across to Hall. Throws the dummy, he goes straight through Hall. Can he find some support? Tosses it up to someone. Swirin says, I'll take that, thanks, Troy. A few years ago, that would have been beneficial. Not anymore, as they're playing for opposite teams. And now Seattle go on to attack inside Nyack's half. Nelson, he grabs the ball, moves it down to the right. There's the big man, Cullen. Oh, get out of the way. Oh, the crowd, they're on their feet. They're loving it. Oh, that could be a double movement.
I believe it is.
Yeah, he's got him for a double movement. And
unlucky, a fantastic opportunity. Oh, John Colin.
And our Soccer World Cup is back on. McFarlane comes in, says, how's your father? A little bit of a push and shove. Oh, you've got to love it. I think Hunley might be doing his best Hollywood as he takes a dive there to help get a card.
Does not pay off, does it? Did he show him the card, Dan?
I think he might have. Cullen's strolling towards the sideline here.
Discipline. You can't lack it. You lack the discipline, let your teammates down. Unlucky for John Cullen, but you really got to keep your head cool in those situations. He's probably frustrated he didn't get the try, but you know those are the things you got to play with. Nyack, let's see if they can capitalize on the fact they're a man down. 2.5 minutes to play.
Oh,
down by 12.
Great steal from Palafau. Sorry, Lou. Take it over, champion. You bring him home.
Well, there you go. The turnover, and next thing you know, OPSB is knocking at the doorstep, and Nyack do a great job to scramble. Justin Hundley looking to go quick. They go wide. Chapo, Chris Chapman, giving his best step. Mike Palafau is not falling for it. He's a powerful man in the contact.
Yeah, Mike Palafau, Mikey P, is as impressive in the weights room as he is on the rugby field. What a specimen he is. Nyack just 20 out from the line. Beautiful counter ruck. They've been so aggressive at the breakdown in this quarterfinal, Seattle.
Absolutely they have, Dan. They're doing a great job attacking in threes. And, you know, here we go. Opportunity for New York Athletic Club. Do they have the speed? And they're gaining quite a bit of meterage. Unfortunately, they get ran on a bounds. Can't be falling off the cliff, Chris Chapman. That is a golden rule in rugby. Unfortunately, I don't think there was much he could have done there to prevent that. But as it is, we have a turnover deep inside the OPSB territory. John Cullen back on the field. That 2 minutes seemed to go by pretty quickly. They got a minute and 20 left for Nyack to make up a 12-point difference. They need 2 converted tries in order to keep themselves alive in this match.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to have much luck. They've been playing almost 2 halves of sevens rugby and yet to crack the line of Seattle.
And we have a couple subs on the field. One for OPSB and Ishi Devita, and another number 11 coming on for number 5 for the New York Athletic Club, Gareth Gibbs.
Yeah, big Gareth Gibbs out in the wing there. And we get another look at Greg Voigt. He comes on for Nyack too, looking to get some fresh legs to have any chance of scoring here.
Oh, they seem to be sending John Cullen back off. He came on a little prematurely.
Sneaky Cullen. The offensive line always trying to do something, whether it's getting to the front of the food line back in his football days, which I'm sure he was very good at 300+ pounds, and sneaking on before his 2 minutes there.
Absolutely. He's a shell of what he used to be, John Cullen. He's lost probably about 50 pounds since his playing days, and he tells me that he hasn't felt better in his entire life, so that's a good thing.
Here we go now. Nyack on the attack, comes out to the replacement Gibbs. Big left foot step from Gibbs, tries to get through. Great cover defense from Seattle. They just keep coming in numbers, Seattle, and they're forced to turnover. One arm offload. He's away. It's Tiberio down the sideline. Who's that? Mauer. It's Mauer. No one's going to catch him. He's going to finish it up here for Seattle. They'll go through to the semi-finals with that one as time expires. 17 points to 0 over Nyack. And let me tell you, they look like they're going to be tough to beat here, Seattle. Absolutely. Seattle, hometown favorites, coming into this tournament ranked number 1, and they're feeling pretty good about themselves. They came away with that game 17 points to 0, and you know, as impressive as their offense was, their defense was much more impressive. 0 points against a strong Nyack team. That's just something that wins championships. It's an old saying, offense wins games, defense wins championships. Let's hope that defense can continue on through the rest of this tournament. I'll see OPSB through the final as cup holders. But as we say, got another day to figure that one out. Yeah, with the New York Athletic Club bowing out, obviously Lou Stanfield will be posting his colours to the mast of the Seattle Saracens 7 side here. And can't blame him either. Well, we got another one more play on the referee's watch. We'll see how long this will go, see if Nyack can pull a consolation try out of their hat. Hopefully keep the tails up for the remainder of the tournament. Unfortunate take, well done by William Rosaleka, and OPSB on the front foot. Let's see what they're going to do with it. They're going to go for another try. They got 3 on 0, 1 on 0. William Rosaleka with 3 Nyack guys approaching on him. Well done by OPSB. We got Mike Palafau dancing around defenders. Oh, as I said, Mike Palafau, 66%. He is dangerous with the ball in hand. John Cullen couldn't hold on to that one. However, they're still playing advantage, and let's see what they can do.
Old Puget Sound still on the attack. Peter Tiberio switches with Ishi DeVita. He's close to the line. Does he have enough? Oh, he tries to give off a pass to win that try, and unfortunately it's a turnover. But Old Puget Sound not giving up, counter-rucking, but does no good as Justin Hundley ends up with the ball on the left wing. Steps one man, steps another, gives off a pass to Chris Chapman. Chapman away to Al McFarland. McFarland away to Voigt. Voigt is going forward. He is seen by a horde of defenders from Old Puget Sound. And they're keeping their hopes alive. That pass has got to be on the front foot. A little chip kick does not pay off. Oh, it does. Al McFarland, wonderful work. And away they go. Justin Hundley, the consolation try. The hard work pays off. New York Athletic Club are not going to come out of this one with empty hands. Fantastic work through the end. And you can see on the players' faces, they are exhausted after a game like this. Fantastic quality rugby, Dan Power.
Oh, the lungs, they're aching. The old legs squeaking on Justin Hundley as he finally gets over the try line. Like you said, they don't come away empty-handed from this quarterfinal, getting 5 points on the board. But I'd love to see, Seattle had the game in hand. Could have kicked it out and taken the easy option. They're going to give their hometown fans something to watch here as they throw the ball around right to the very death. And that wraps things up, 17 points to 7. Seattle Saracens taking the victory over the New York Athletic Club. They'll move on to the semi-finals. Unfortunately for all the New York Athletic Club fans watching online, they will drop back to the repechage rounds. And moving forward now, our next game coming up will be Belmont Shore taking on the Chicago Lions. I'm joined now by Colin Hawley back in the booth, the big man Colin Hawley.
Happy to be back, Dan.